Welcome. Why do most products still suck? It's so frustrating to use everyday products, isn't it? And companies don't get it right. I don't get it. Why is it so? Is it that difficult for us to get this right? That's what we're going to talk about today. It's called Your Product is Not the Product. I'll tell you what I mean. Let's get started. Your product is not the product. And what do I mean by that? The user experience, the value they get out of it is the product. I'm going to say it again. User experience is the product. That's what we got to keep telling ourselves. We lose sight of that very quickly. I don't know what it is about us humans. So we got to force ourselves to keep reminding ourselves it's the user experience. Product itself doesn't really matter. It's a secondary, of course. For example, how simple it is to use your product is what matters. Users don't give a damn about your features. Users don't give a damn about how many features you have. One company that gets it right is again and again is Apple, right? Not everything, but most things, and they get it right because when you think about Apple, it puts you in a different world, right? For Apple products, a lot of my friends make fun of me because I'm a Apple fanboy. No, I'm not. I don't like Apple products because I'm a fanboy. I'm a fanboy because I like Apple products, right? That's the key element here. A good example is, they just came out with the Vision Pro, Apple Vision Pro. I can summarize it this way. A Vision Pro uses micro OLED display, the state of the art one. Who gives a damn? The point is the users don't notice the pixels and it doesn't disrupt their immersion experience, which is the whole point of the whole VR AR space. And it supports state of the art refresh rates of 90 hertz to 100 hertz. Whoopie doo. That's not the point. The point is users don't notice any judder, right? That messes up the immersion. It has ton of tracking cameras, LiDAR sensors, and other state-of-the-art technology. Fine. But the point is it has low latency so that it doesn't make you nauseous. A Vision Pro tracks your eyes, what objects you're looking at. It has eye tracking technology. That's not the point. The point is the fact that they had to do that so that a brilliant user experience move they made in the VR and the AR spaces. They don't have controllers, right? Steve Jobs famously said, "Who needs a stylus?" Right? That's an example. When you're looking at the object in the AR space, that is your mouse, your pointer of the mouse, and then you click on it, right? So the whole need of pointing and all that things goes away because they're using your eyesight technology to detect what you're looking at so that when you click on it, it knows what you're clicking on because you're looking at it. I mean, what a brilliant move of not needing a controller, external control. That again, it's not the tech, it's what the tech can do for the user. What value does it bring, right? That's what matters the most. Tesla cars have Bluetooth. A lot of cars have Bluetooth, right? Whoopie doo. What does that mean? But the Tesla car is the one that uses the Bluetooth correctly. When I get to a destination, I park, I get out, and I walk away. There's not anything I need to do. I park and I just walk away, close the door, walk away. I don't need to turn off the engine. If you're like, well, VJ, that's because it's an EV car. Gas cars, of course you have to turn it on. Well, no. I've seen Tesla, Honda Ioniq 5, for example. It's an EV. I still have to turn off the damn thing. Turning off what? There's no engine. Like why? Like it boggles my mind. Focus on the user experience and use it as a user. Not who cares about the product itself. Who cares about the technology behind it? Right? It's the fact that a user can park, close the door, walk away, and it locks itself. It turns it off by itself. Everything is by itself. It's not that hard to do. It's not like we got to get to that last mile, right? That is the product. It's the last mile, right? It's not about just introducing a bunch of features and users will figure it out. It's the simplicity is the product. Going back to the AR and Oculus, it has really great technology. I mean, it's impressive. And I put it on and I turn it on. After 2 weeks, let's say I put it on and turn it on, and then it has to update the OS. And it takes, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes from the time I put it on, from the time I'm using it, it takes like 10, 15 minutes. Why? Because the OS, it's been a while since I've used it. OS has to update, and it forces you to do the update, and then you turn. It's like, what happened to the user experience? What it completely defeats all of the R&D and everything we put in, and then it almost becomes useless because you haven't met that last mile. What is the user experience, right? It's not always about, oh, the technology isn't there. No. That's an excuse. There's that last mile of thinking things through and making sure using it as a user, understanding the frustration, and making sure you go that extra mile, right? That's what makes the biggest difference, and that's what avoids the what I call end up in the shelf problem, right? We all know this. Like, we buy a brand new product, it looks cool, we think we're going to use it, we buy it we use it 3 times, 4 times maybe, and then it ends up in the shelf. Why is that? Why? Because because the technology is great. That's what we bought it. Well, features don't stick. The novelty doesn't stick, right? What sticks is the continuous great experience the product provides. That's what matters end of the day. Hope that makes sense. Thanks for listening. Ciao.